Hey, everyone, it's Steve Weintraub with Collider, and I am here with the people behind Imaginary Order. You like the way I did that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we get started, as I was saying off camera, I want to give a huge thank you to Kia Telluride and all the other sponsors here for allowing us to being great sponsors and allowing us to cover Sundance. We're so lucky to be here, and I just want to give a big thank you. Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Right. Got a smattering.
Right. So being serious, this is, I believe, your first Sundance.
This is my first Sundance that I've directed.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That is I need to, this is why I'm bad at my job. So tonight's your world premiere, and as I was saying a second ago, so you're not nervous at all.
I wish that were true. I'm probably like the normal amount of nervous you should be.
Sure.
And I'm just hoping I don't pass out when I have to intro the film. That's all I'm really. If I can get through that, I'll be fine.
You can blame it on the altitude if that happens.
Yeah,
that's true.
The dehydration.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, completely.
Well, thankfully we got so much life water right here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That was a nice
It's
segue.
such delicious water.
Right.
Oh, man.
Listen, I give Life Water
I'll
a
have
huge
my
thank you as well.
My life water with me for my intro. I think that's a good idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But being serious, have you guys seen it with an audience yet?
No.
So tonight's
No.
really the night.
Tonight is really the night.
Okay. Everyone watching this will not have seen the movie yet, or maybe one person will have. But how have you been telling friends and family about the movie? This is a question for all three of you.
Well, I always say it's sort of like a woman on the verge story. It's sort of a female American Beauty type of story. It's about a woman who basically unravels a midlife crisis type of movie, but there's so much more to it. But that's sort of what I've been saying.
Sure.
The Cliff Notes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sum it up in a word or a sentence.
I've been saying the same thing. All my friends from LA that I talk to about it, I'm like, oh, it's about, a mom in the Pacific Palisades who's about to have a midlife crisis. And they're like, oh, I totally get it. I know that person, for sure.
Oh, you picked a specific location.
Yeah, I mean,
I was thinking it could be
is the
anywhere
Palisades.
America.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Fair
true.
enough.
That's why I'm asking all
It is
three of you.
specific.
Yeah.
No, I like that you pegged it for that, because that's basically.
And I'm telling everybody, because everyone wants to know, imaginary order, what does that mean? Well, this woman who's on the verge, she has, little tics, little OCD things, and she imagines that all the order that she's making is actually making a difference, but it's not keeping her from unraveling and visiting her old habits from before she moved to suburbia and had her family. So she's dabbling in she's dipping her toe in the naughty pond. All right?
But I think of imaginary order as anything.
Yeah.
There is no real order. This is all pretend. This is not really order. Do you know what I mean?
Completely.
And when I wrote the script, I had moved from New York. I just moved to LA from New York. And
you were having-
suburbia, to me, always seemed like this giant imaginary order, with all the manicured lawns, and it freaked me out, and I was always kind of phobic.
And you were into teenage neighbors and boys and stuff.
Well, there's all kinds of
No.
little.
Sometimes you get seduced by a whole
Well, this
family.
is other
all
people's
right?
stories.
That's true.
It
Yes.
happens.
You get sucked in to other people's
happens.
drama to avoid your own.
Yes, exactly.
Basically.
I am definitely curious, though. Talk about the initial meetings when you first met with everyone, and you guys are all meeting for the first time. Are you super nervous the night before because you're thinking, I really want this role, I want this part? And for you, are you thinking, oh my God, I want her to like me because I want her in my movie, or him?
Well, it kind of was more organic. I was an actress, and I really don't like auditions. I don't think it really is appropriate, actually. I think you have to meet the person. So I met Wendi, and I met Max actually through my husband, who did a pilot with him, and I did a reading. And I think that's sort of the best way to do it. I did a reading of one of the drafts of the script, and Wendi was actually reading a different role. Max was always reading his role, and that was sort of how we met. And when I first met Wendi, I was really surprised because of her persona on TV.
You're on TV?
Was just so
I'm quietly on a
colorful, but she
show.
was so subdued in real life. Anyway, I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
No, you finish.
Okay. I lost track.
Well, we did a table read, and this was a while ago. This was 2 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
a long time
So
ago.
that's how long it takes for these things to come together. So we did a table read, and I thought, well, that was a fun table read, and I love the script, and I hope something happens. But I had no attachment to, getting a part out of it, because you just never know with these things. So then a year later, when it was starting to come together, it was like, they brought me back. That is nice. That is just so decent of them to remember that I did this and, brought me back. So again, I was still on deck to play the other role.
Yes. She was playing a different role.
And
we did another reading.
we did another reading. And
with different people, but still the same two.
And then the stars aligned, and I got
And
to be in
then
the
basically I realized, I had my lead the entire time. I had like a epiphany.
Sure.
That why am I, I have the person who's supposed to play the lead here. And then I approached Wendy to see if she'd want to do it. And because it's a risky role. And a lot of actresses were scared away. And not Wendy.
Although 3 weeks prior, I
Did you get a little
emailed
phobic?
her.
Yes, she did.
And I said, "Are you sure you want me to do this?"
I was like, she's doing it.
Because if you want to replace me, you totally can.
Because it's really,
Because I was
really
freaked
risky.
out. It's a lot.
Yeah,
But
people
we
were freaked out.
jumped right in, feet first.
Yeah, I didn't give her any
Figured it
opportunity to take back the offer like that. I was,
Yeah.
there's no way I was letting that go.
Yeah, no, I basically went to her house and kidnapped her, and I was like, no. I knew she was trying to weasel out. I was like, oh.
It was, I
But I understood.
I had a crisis of confidence.
I understood.
I was like, I don't know if I can carry this off.
I understand.
But something has happened. We're here at Sundance.
By the way, congrats. It's a
you.
huge deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is.
I'm always curious about the editing process. I say it all the time. It's the final rewrite. What did you
It is the
learn from
final
any
rewrite.
any early screenings, friends and family screenings that impacted the finished film? And have you guys seen it yet?
We
Yeah.
have, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it by myself.
I saw it with a couple other people from the cast, some family, stuff like that, at Deb's office, so that was fun. Like a slightly less than finished version, and I'm excited to see like the full thing with all the energy of like a big audience. It's going to be so fun.
So
Yeah.
what did you learn from any screenings? That maybe, did you change the film at all based on any early screenings?
Well, I edited the film as well. But yeah, I mean, you learn every time. I didn't really have early screenings. I just showed people that I trusted and would get notes. So there was just a couple people, like my husband and, another editor who came in for a couple weeks who I polished the film with. And I basically worked with the same editor most of the time. And it was just a rewriting process, really, and also just letting go of stuff. Like, I lost an entire character, really.
Oh, in the edit? Mm-hmm. Is it weird?
But I always overwrite, knowing that it's got to be cut down.
Sure.
So I try to shoot as much as I can and get as much content as I can, and I purposely overwrite the scenes because I like to cut in to the meat of the scene. But I like to have the actors lead into it.
What is it like picking up the phone to call whoever the actor was and say, hey, you did awesome, but yeah, you didn't make the final cut?
I haven't done it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared. I actually was asking somebody about it, but like there's this one guy who didn't even have a speaking role, who just appeared like a couple times, who's cut out, and he's posting all over social media, and I feel terrible. Like, he's so excited, and I'm like, there was no,
Is he here?
It wasn't
Is he
because he
gonna find out
wasn't
tonight?
Fabulous. No, he's not here. But it was just that it wasn't necessary for the telling of the story.
I completely get it. I really do.
And,
Before I run out of time with you guys, I just want to ask a few quick questions. It's basically get to know your Sundance attendee. For the I'm curious, what would you guys like to guest star on, and what would you love to guest write and direct?
I'd probably guest star on the Goldbergs. That sounds like it would be fun.
I bet we can make that happen.
It'd be fun.
You know what?
Could you tell me more about this show,
Yeah.
The Goldbergs? Is it on TV?
Well, I've heard such great things. There seems to be like some sort of silent secret actress that's on it that nobody knows
Yeah.
about. But
Real
Right.
pain in the
excited
ass.
to work with her.
I just heard the word diva a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The way I clean my own trailer and don't ask for anything. But you'd be great on that. And most things.
yeah,
You'd be great on most things. I want to be on something really gritty and mobbish,
Okay.
not a comedy. I want to be Tony Soprano.
I heard they're making
Yeah, sorry.
the Saints of New York.
Yeah, that's that.
James Gandolfini's son is already.
Yeah.
in it.
Damn
Sorry.
it.
Yeah, he beat you out.
I'm sending in a tape. I'm sending in a tape. I really feel like I've got.
You got a shot.
I got
Yeah.
some. Yeah, come on.
Wait, what's that show about?
I think it's called The Many Saints of New York. It's a
Newark.
Newark, my bad. It's a prequel to The Sopranos.
I want to
movie.
write and direct for that.
Right, I think it's a feature though.
Yes.
I think it's just a one movie thing.
Oh, not
Like-
for TV.
I don't know if it's
No,
HBO.
it's a film.
Oh, I guess it's a film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll write and direct for that.
Yeah.
No, my own content. I have a lot of scripts and I have projects that I want to
I completely.
pursue and do.
She has
So-
another film that debuted at South by Southwest called Before the Sun Explodes. It was fabulous.
I thought you were going to drop the F bomb right
No,
before that.
No, I censored myself. I like to do that,
Wendy.
but I didn't do it. But, we did this film in 3 weeks. What did you say? 200 scenes in 15 days?
15 days.
And we did it. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to edit together. Then I saw her other movie and I thought, there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, thank God.
She's
God.
got her ish together.
What film scared you guys as a kid?
Oh, can I say that there was this show on Channel 9? Remember when there was like only 3 channels?
Sure.
But it was about cannibalism. I don't know the name, but it was like this family that brought in these beautiful
Perry?
women and they would weigh them every night and then they found them in the freezer. That freaked the hell out of
Perry
me.
knows a lot about horror movies.
Do you know what movie that was? Please find
Yeah.
it. Like they had a creepy son and they would have these beautiful women coming in and then they would each disappear and they'd be like, where's Marie? And she's like, oh, she left this morning. And then there was like one girl left and she's wandering
Was this
around
a
the
TV
house.
show or a
This was
movie?
on television when I was
Jesus.
like 6 years old or something. And
is
it
terrible.
traumatized me for
I can
a
tell
long
you're
time.
totally
Imagine.
still
Yeah.
strong memory.
Yeah, I don't know the title.
Sure.
Huh.
What film scared you as a kid?
Jaws scared me so much that I still have never seen it. Just the commercials
Just the
and the way
concept.
people would talk about it, and that it's about sharks in general.
Right. So are you someone that can go swimming or no?
I can go swimming, but I know the times of day that
Oh, so-
sharks would be out
You
to
avoid
come and
dusk and
feed.
dawn.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
come and feed.
I was really scared of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but just the one scene where they're like on the boat and then it gets dark and it's scary and there's fire. Yeah,
Yeah,
scared the shit out of me. Couldn't handle it.
that is
Right.
freaky.
Is there anything that you guys collect?
Oh. You
I still have a rock collection from when I was 3, just like regular little rocks. They're not special, but they're
Right.
special to me.
Ooh. I know people that pick up rocks when they travel, and then they save those and have that, and they'll label.
Oh,
So it's like
I
they
should
take
do that.
pieces from where they've been.
nice.
That's cute.
Do you have a collection?
I collect crystals.
Okay.
Do they have special powers? I don't know.
I think they
But
do.
they're
Look
pretty,
at you.
and they don't look like that until great pressure has been applied in the earth. So you apply that to your life,
Right.
okay?
Similarly, sea glass.
Oh,
Magical.
Yeah. It is magical, yes.
Do you remember your first? You probably won't answer this. Your first movie or TV show crush?
Oh, I know. What was his name? Blue Lagoon. Christopher Atkins.
In unison,
Made an impression on both of them.
apparently.
Although mine was
It ages
Andy
us,
Gibb.
though. Oh, nice. I love the Bee Gees.
No, this is Andy Gibb.
Oh, okay.
The younger brother who married Victoria Principal.
You know his whole life story.
She had feelings.
Yeah,
Love Saturday Night Fever.
And
Probably my first celebrity crush was probably when I was like 6, watching the Harry Potter movies for the first time. I had a big crush on Emma Watson.
Yeah,
for
Hermione.
of course.
And she's dreamy.
what TV show have you watched all the way through more than once? And don't say the Goldbergs.
Sure. The West Wing, for sure.
Oh,
King of the Hill.
Really,
Yeah.
it's just surprising.
The Sopranos.
Really? That show's fantastic.
Yeah, this is the best.
Do you have a favorite superhero movie?
Maybe Watchmen. I really enjoyed that.
Sure.
Super fun.
Have you seen the director's cut, like the extended version?
No, I haven't.
You should absolutely do that. When you get back to wherever you live, watch the extended version. I promise it's even better.
I don't do the superhero thing. That was just never my jam.
Sure.
I have kids, so I kind of tangentially, maybe. I kind of liked, if I were to pick one that I've sort of tangentially experienced, maybe Ant-Man.
Sure.
Oh,
Paul Rudd.
Fun.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I like him.
The vampire.
I like
Doesn't
the
age.
idea of the ant.
Seriously.
But I really
That's so
don't know.
true.
I don't know.
This is one of these things where it's like this or that. I'm just curious which one you're more into, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Neither.
Neither. I could see her face. She's like,
sorry.
no.
They're both like on the same plane for me. But
Got
I guess
it.
I'd Star Trek for the more vintage
Sure. Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
That's tough. I love them both so much. I've seen Game of Thrones more times. Let's go with that.
Okay. Han Solo or Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
So not my genre. I don't know.
This is my last question for you guys. Do you know, sometimes it's a performance, sometimes it's a movie, but do you remember what got you into the entertainment industry? Like what you saw maybe and said, oh my God, I want to do that?
Well, for me, when I was little, I used to read plays. So this is, I don't know if this is, I would say theater was my way in. And it was Tennessee Williams plays and Sam Shepard plays.
The Sound of Music.
You saw it like...
I saw it as a little kid and was like, I want to do that. All of it. All those parts.
Right.
Even the Nazis?
No.
No,
I didn't
not the
listen-
Nazis? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
I mean, fair enough.
No. Yeah.
I started when I was really little. When I was like 4, I was in daddy daycare, and I just thought that I was going and playing with a bunch of kids for 4 hours a
You were
day.
in Daddy Day.
Yeah, I was tiny.
My
I still look
kids,
exactly
we
the same.
watched that like a lot when they were little.
But I thought I was just like playing around for 4 hours every day with a bunch of other toddlers. So I was like, oh, this is great. Let's keep doing this. It's fun.
That's crazy and amazing. I mean it when I say sincerely. I cannot wait to see the movie, and I'm so I can feel the nervousness for the premiere
terrible.
tonight. But I really think it's going to go well. I have a good feeling.
Thank you.
But seriously, thank you so much for coming in, and I can't wait to see the movie.
Are you psychic?
Thanks for having
It's a
us.
good feeling, I hope.
No, I'm very confident.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
Amazing.
you.
I'm very,
Thank
I'm
you
very
so
confident.
much.
We are
I have
on
really good.
edge.
I have really good feeling about this. No, for
More
real.
than you're excited to see the movie, we're excited for you to see the movie.
Yes.
Yes, I'm
We're
legitimately
more
excited to see the movie.
for you to see the movie.
We'll be contacting you. Needing compliments.
I have this thing called Twitter, and after I see movies here, I do these things called tweets. So it will be out there.
I'll figure out what that is.
Only
If you don't
Tweet a
fill out
good
your ballot,
tweet.
we'll know.
Right. Exactly.
Only if it's a sweet tweet.
Exactly. Hey, listen, thank you so much.
Thank you.